I don't know if you remember this, but on the last YouTube short I did with the undervolting and stuff like that, that was on the AMD Adrenalin software. And I talked about it being very unreliable and unstable when it gets in crashing your GPU drivers and all that stuff. I've now changed. I've done a whole Windows installation, and except from installing AMD Adrenalin software, I've now just done MSI Afterburner with the latest AMD drivers. Now I'm officially going to tell you my personal best settings for my GPU, which is the Asus TUF Gaming RX 6800 XT. This is the OC version, but I've undervolted it and underclocked it. So this is what it is. So you gotta set your core voltage to 1020, your core clock to 2250, and if you go to curve editor, this is where I have it here. So this top one, this is the minimum side. So you gotta change it down to 2150. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And yeah, the maximum to 2250. Once again, just change these to your liking, really, because this is for my GPU, but if it works for you, then cool. And then for memory clock, we set it all the way up to 2150. Doesn't crash my PC at all when it's set all the way up. This memory clock is pretty much for your VRAM, so it's VRAM overclocking. And for power limit, I set it to -15. And for fan speed, I set it to automatic and without the user-defined settings. I don't like the user-defined settings. I prefer to keep that off, because with that off, it makes it have that 0 RPM feature, and I like that because I like my PC being quiet. And I have two types of benchmarks scores here. One of them was for previous settings that I've done. I changed the core clock and stuff a bit more up, as well as the power I put on +15 instead from -15. So this is the score for this. And this is the score for the settings I just told you. The most important thing that you can see with the difference is the minimum and maximum FPS. Mainly the minimum FPS. The minimum FPS on the older settings that I did was 9.4, and the new ones was 46.8. By the way, this is the settings I've used on Heathen Benchmark. And I really hope these settings helped you to reduce your power limit and also reduce your temperature by quite a bit, because I think the maximum temperature I saw default was about 80 degrees C, and on here I'm not even seeing about 65 degrees Celsius.